Hey folks, this is Brian here. I've got another Far Horizons update. So after this one, the next one I'll do is the game we played Saturday night. So we've caught up essentially. So begin personal log. Dylnn 200418 personal log. So the next morning, after breakfast, we head down towards the blacksmith. He's got an apprentice and a journeyman type apprentice, and some other kids handling stuff and things like that. Most of the stuff is like you'd expect from a blacksmith shop, tools, hinges, that kind of stuff. But we do notice that his hammer is a rough cut out of duralloy plating. Where we got that, we don't know. So we try to insinuate a few things and try to get some information out of him by asking, "Hey, can you make something like this?" And I pulled out my duralloy dagger. He says, "We don't have anything of value here." And he kind of looks really uncomfortable. And there's a little bit of discussion. Hey, if you guys need to hide that stuff unless you want to get in trouble with the Duke. And there's some discussion about the Forbidden Lands. Apparently, a couple places where you can get this duralloy stuff. So we may need to check into that later. So we don't really get much out of him. So we head back to town. We talk amongst ourselves. Okay, what are we going to do next? Kind of thing. We decide, let's go ahead and get lunch. Bring it back. Put him more at ease and see if we can get some more information out of him. So we do that. We get lunch, picnic basket, blanket, that kind of stuff, down to his shop. And as we look at it, his shop is more substantial than you expect for just a blacksmith shop at a village. It turns out that the mine that this village supports is an iron mine. And when the Duke needs some new stuff, he sends word up here, they mine the ore, and he makes it. So that's why it's kind of bigger than we'd expect, because he actually produces iron stuff for the Duke, which is interesting. The mine is still open, it's just not actively being used because there's no requirement for the materials. And it's been that way a lot since the wars have ended. The Duke lives in Whitewall, which is the end of the river. It says about a week's distance. I don't know if that's a week on the river. I didn't really dig that, but week on the river, riding a boat down, or is it a week walking along kind of thing? But anyway, he's down the end of the river on the coast kind of thing. And we have nice little discussions and stuff. And we go back to the inn, have dinner, and then after dinner, this impromptu I'm losing the word. Let's a sales kind of thing. People bring stuff together to sell to us. So they bring all their stuff up, and we catch a bit of undercurrent in the conversations that people are having. That this is unusual. They're not ready. I hope maybe we won't notice that kind of stuff. But they've got all kinds of wares there, and the apprentice from the blacksmith actually comes up with a glass lantern. That's what he's there to sell us. So I go around, I'm looking at local clothing, try to buy something from everybody kind of thing, spread the wealth, and plus get us some local clothing that's actually really local clothing, not the imitation stuff that we had made. It turns out that the apprentice also had an old battery cell from a heavy laser rifle. And I forgot who was talking with him, but we were willing to buy it, but he wanted much more than it was really worth, thinking that's worth much more than what we were offering for it. But because the guards down at Whitewall, they'll pay a lot of money for this kind of thing, that deal. But anyway, so we get to agreement with him. Hey, we'll go 50-50 because we're this where this young man found the battery, he said there's a locked door that he can't get through. We can get through that kind of stuff. So there's 50-50 split on whatever we find there. We'll get the door open. He leads us there. And so he says, okay, meet me tomorrow night, north of the blacksmith kind of thing. So we go ahead, we get to the ship, move the ship over so it's closer where we need to be, and we meet up with the boy, start heading north. Moving through, it's nighttime, so it's dark, and we're moving very carefully. I've got my goggles, but I try to keep them hidden. I got a bandana thing, kind of hiding them when I'm actually not actually using them. And we get ambushed by these 5 guys, 2 with swords, 3 with crossbows. I get hit in the leg with one. Didn't put me down, but dang, that hurt. And so, reaction. I pull my Dylnn dagger and I start booking towards the far end of the crossbow guys that kind of use them as a block for the other guys, and trying to keep things low key, right? And then somebody opens fire with a blaster. What are we doing, guys? What are we doing? Well, so the kid doesn't really freak out, but is extremely excited about the cool stuff that we have, and asks us all kinds of questions about where we find it. Did it come from an armory? He heard stories about armories and all kinds of stuff, and underground cities and ruined buildings and all that kind of stuff, things that he's heard about from these veterans that have come through the village. But we find out also from him. No, we take the bandits out. Obviously. Holy cow. Neither took down a couple of them alone. But so we take these 5 guys out. And we find out from the boy that this is actually a gang of bandits that comes through every once in a while, raiding villages and stuff up and down the mountain range. And it's more guys than we can handle. Besides, we're just trying to find out if we can actually find out more about this tech stuff here. And there's some argument. Okay, what do we do? We end up saving one of the bandits. Okay, do we kill him outright after we saved him? Do we take him somewhere and dump him off? Do we just tie him up? All kinds of discussions are going on. It's just a fiasco. Excuse me. But anyway, we continue on. We get to the hill with the cave. The boy tells us, it's in the cave. We go into the cave, and sure enough, after about 6 feet, we're walking on deck plating. Come to an intersection. To the left is a cockpit. The door's been shifted over. We can kind of see it, obviously covered with dirt. And to the right is a closet kind of room where the boy found the battery, but the hallway is blocked off by rubble. So we get to the door, we get it open, rubble behind it too. We do some more investigation. Not really anything we can salvage out of this ship. We do detect some radiation. Apparently the ship had broken apart, and obviously over time and weather and stuff has turned into this hill. We have a little discussion. Should we try and investigate the back end? How much radiation damage can we do? We bring the ship up. Is it worth trying to do anything with it or not? And we kind of decide, okay, no, that's it. There's that. So we snag the boy because we can't leave him around knowing about us and our stuff. So we take him with us. We go in the ship and we head over to where the pirate base is. And as we get there, it's a walled town. It's not a city by any means. Bigger than a village though, so it's probably a town, right? But it's a walled port, and it's got some towers on North Gate and the South Gate, and it's got a keep towards the south end, right next to the water. There are heavy blaster machine guns on a tower to the south and a tower to the north, and on the keep. There we go. Sorry, the keep. And right there, inside the walled area, in a burned out piece of land, is that 400-ton pirate ship. I think I've got my eye on that, but we'll see how things go. Because it's certainly going to be more heavily armed than our little scout ship. So we land the ship behind a ridge line, put out some listening posts, try to watch things, and we start working on some language tapes to see what more we can build this up. The mine itself is a couple of days of wagon ride into the hills north of here. End log. Didn't take a lot of good notes on this one, but I think I covered everything that actually did happen that had any kind of significance. A lot of conversations going on, didn't take specific notes on all of that stuff. And I had completely forgot that ship was a 400-ton ship, because when we played Saturday night, looking at the map of the port and the ship, I kept seeing a 100-ton scout ship. I remember the 100-ton scout ship coming in, then the lizard guys, the Anzaraki freighter coming in behind it. I did not realize that the scout ship took off afterwards as well when the Anzaraki ship left. So it's almost like that scout ship is leading the Anzaraki ship. Something to think about. But there's that 400-ton ship. Man, if we can get that, that'd be cool. But then we're going to end up with 3 ships. We're going to do it 3 ships. Plus, they're running without a transponder. It's a pirate ship. All kinds of issues with that. Maybe we won't be able to keep it anyway. Happy gaming.